everybody. Welcome to this Friday Drive-By where we answer your questions. I'm Chris Collins, and this is Christian.
Hello, everyone.
And remember, if we play your question on the big show, we're going to send you some swag. Sometimes that swag is pretty cool. It's like T-shirts, SDR hats, mugs.
Coffee cups, yeah, I love the
notebooks, all of that. Fun stuff. But we go to the, to the closet and put a little gift bag together for you because we appreciate you calling in. And a lot of times your questions are inspiration to everybody else listening. So if you think like, oh, it's just, something I wonder about, most of the time somebody else is wondering that too. So you're actually doing everybody a favor by asking the question. The number to call if you have a question is 8333-ASK-SDR. So that's 8333-ASK-SDR. And we look forward to hearing from you soon. So let's go to the question today.
Hey, Chris, thanks for taking my call. My name is Ron. I'm here in Dublin, Ohio. I have some experience as a service advisor. It's a new industry for me at 52 years old. And I've recently left a dealer here for kind of moral convictions. The way they were taking care of the customers or not taking care of the customers, and some of not necessarily deceitful, but bordering on that. Some of the things that were going on, I decided that I don't want to do that. But I want to be successful as a service advisor, and I want to find a dealer that basically works the way you teach. And I wondered if there's a resource or if you have some kind of literature or lists or places that you've worked with locally here. I'm right on the outskirts of Columbus, Ohio, and everybody here has openings. But it's hard to ascertain in an interview situation if these people how they think. They're desperate to get people. Everybody's shorthanded. But I want to find somebody that really is operating the correct way. And how can I basically interview those companies?
You want to take a shot at that, Christian?
Yeah, I think that, and this is starting to, what I'm seeing as a trend in our industry is that the applicants, the scales have shifted a little bit, and applicants are asking more questions. The thing that popped out to me is he's like, I'm interviewing them. Did you hear him say that? Mm-hmm. Like, so when I'm interviewing them, as opposed to normally we think it's the other way around, it's the employer interviewing the applicant. So what I would say is, and Ron, check your email. I've responded to this already, but what I would...
You need a better resume, bro.
Yeah, that was but I'll help you with it, no problem. We'll get you a really good one. You'll look like, it'll really start to tell a little bit about who you are when we get it kind of dialed in a little bit. But I think there's so many things that if I was an advisor going to apply for a job right now, and I don't know that the interview is the most important part, what I would really be looking for is what is going on in the waiting room. I would want to know, like, what is the climate on the service drive. I would just probably do a lot of observation of what's going on. So you'd go
in there and kind of like peeping Tom?
Scope it out without anybody.
Caller.
Yeah, super creepy, like total creep, and just hang around for a while.
And drink free coffee.
Yeah. But I think
that's not a bad idea. I didn't think of that.
I think you'd learn a lot.
Yeah.
You'd see if the customers were getting updated. You'd hear the interactions, whether or not they're actually advocates for the client or not. And that's what it sounded like he was having in his own place, was that, he said that bordering on like deception with the customer. Well, if that's something obviously you don't want to work in. You can pretty much tell the story being told to the customers.
Yeah, so what I would do, Ron, is I would go to Google reviews, and I would go to the different review sites, Yelp, etc., and I would read the reviews, and a lot of times that'll give you a pretty good indicator of what's going on.
That's a really good idea, too.
And so if the customers are expressing themselves in a way that they're distrustful of the service department, or they've just felt let down or ignored, then that's probably an indicator of poor leadership and management. And if they're treating customers that way, they're going to treat employees that way. They're not that different, right?
Yeah, I agree.
So reviews is a really good one. One question you could ask during the interview is what is the turnover ratio? Because if you're leaving a business because of moral reasons or ethics, that's probably not that uncommon. I would guess that dealership that you're leaving has high turnover. And so reviews and high turnover in employees is usually an indicator of mismanagement or low morals in that sense. So those two things. I love Columbus, Ohio. I was just there last week. Super fun. There's like 2 million people now in Columbus, Ohio. It's bigger than you think.
Yeah, I always thought about Columbus just as Ohio State University, but it's so much more than that.
Do you remember in our Monday meeting, who brought up moving to Texas? Somebody was like, hey, can we move to Texas?
We voted on it, didn't we?
Well, I said, well, who would move, thinking that nobody would raise their hand? And almost everybody except for Kosh raised their hand.
Yeah.
I think, right? Which that surprised me. People that I would have never thought raised their hand that they want to move to Texas.
Yeah, there was 2 surprises for me.
What about Columbus, Ohio? We could literally buy a city block there for what a building is here.
True. The only thing that I'm not a huge fan of is the cold.
Oh, it's not cold there.
Really? Do you want me to show you the screenshot you sent me?
No, I was locked in a conference room at a hotel with somebody for a couple days. And at the end of the 2 days, I'm like, I just got to go for a walk. So I put on my Arctic jacket and I walked 2 blocks and literally my feet were numb. I had to turn around because I felt like my feet were going to fall off. That's how cold it was. But I mean, I'm a wimp.
I admit
I've lived in
me
California too long. I'm a total wimp. You'd get used to it. Remember when you lived in Illinois and remember when you were the first one there to shovel snow?
Yeah.
Or plow snow?
Yeah.
You were complaining about it being cold then.
No, I do now.
Yeah, you just softened up.
I did.
You could harden up just as quick.
I suppose if that's what it required. But I do like the idea that you get bang for the buck at places like Columbus.
Yeah, like a house, all of that. Like, California's out of control. But thanks for the question, Ron, and we will try to hand it around a little bit and see if we can help you and assist you. We do have some clients in that area.
I do. I've got a few clients. I want to make sure that we make that connection right, and I want to give Ron the best opportunity to succeed. So
awesome. So thanks, and we will see you next time on our Friday drive-bys on Service Drive Revolution. Thanks for watching this week's drive-by. I hope we gave you something to think about over the weekend. We're uploading new stuff every day, so make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon so you don't miss out. If you have a question you'd like us to answer on the show, call 8333-ASK-SDR and we'll answer your question on the show. That's 8333-ASK-SDR. For special deals on our books and training, head over to offers.chriscollinsinc.com. Now that's offers.chriscollinsinc.com. I'm Chris Collins, and I'll see you in the next video.